I'll introduce you to them. So, Carl, you always have the interesting sort of position of the fine line. Look, there's a fine line between networking and becoming just a drudge. Like a networker is somebody who has relationships that people like to have. Somebody who doesn't understand that is spamming you personally, and that will turn off your career. So don't you kind of learn there's a balance to that, would you say, Carl?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, showtime, that's it. Thank you for coming to Gear Expo.
Just safely.
Just hit a Nashville record.
It was.
The shortest answer by Carl Taz in
Profound,
history.
though. It was profound.
It was profound.
But one of the things, let me speak to this about the show. Oh, I'm sorry, Carl, you're going to go ahead?
Well, I think just generally, all of us do the same thing. You want to just let people know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what we all do, one way or the other. You don't tell them what you're going to do, you tell them what you've done.
That's right. And what people have to understand, sometimes I'll get emails like, we rarely charge for things, but we have a show that now has become quite expensive to do. And, you know, it's difficult to fly your team down here, put them up for a week, do what you need to do, put all this shit on, make all this happen, get all this gear. We are begging people and on bended knee. And so I often find it interesting that if we attempt to charge for something we've somehow offended, let's get real about this. You are trying to make a living at your career. Free is an internet axiom that doesn't apply every place. So I would dare everybody to go to their landlord on the first and say, hey, I'm going to pay for this with free. Probably not going to happen. Your car payment, probably not going to work with free. Nobody up here would work and be able to pay for anything for free. So the question is how do you balance that out? Is there fair value? So don't get mad if people charge as long as you're getting value that makes sense. And then you don't be squeamish about charging if you have something that gets gear. Dave is doing a session at Blackbird next week, and one of the things Karma called me and said some of the engineers want me to speak on is how to build their businesses, right, Karma? How to turn studio stuff into an actual living, how to, and so I'll contribute to that from my standpoint. But it's important. It's a normal part of commerce. It's not a bad thing. It's not offended, so don't be offended by that.